Hello, hello, and welcome to Front Row Vendors Podcast. I am your host, Autumn, and I have got an amazing videographer with me today. His name is Jaired, who is actually the founder and lead storyteller over at Carolina. Wait for a second to make sure I say this right. Carolina Story Films. And so, Jaired, tell us about you and tell us about your company.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, thanks for having me on. It's definitely an honor. I love hanging out with you. So I'm
Yay.
glad we can connect. So I have been filming weddings for, gosh, going on the 8th year now. I started in 2012. I was a waiter at a good restaurant called Outback Steakhouse.
Yes, the bread.
And super good food. But yeah, I was waiting tables, and I really just fell into weddings by accident. One of my good friends who I was working with at the time, he came up to me. He was like, "Hey man, look, I'm getting married. I would love to have you out there to document the day, film, photo, whatever you think. I trust you." Because at that time, I was really into making skit comedies on YouTube, which will never see the light of day. They will stay buried forever.
I don't know about
But
that. I'm pretty savvy with Google, but go ahead.
but yeah, so I loved creating just the process. I fell in love with it, and he knew that, and he knew that I was looking to just further the brand that way. And so I said, absolutely, I would love to, come hang out with you guys and, just document your day. So I ended up spending an ungodly amount of time on YouTube and the internet, just researching how to film weddings. How do I, set up the right lighting, or let's learn about composition. Let's learn all these technical terms. And it was so much fun just diving into this world that I had never been a part of. And I just absolutely fell head over heels with it. And the wedding day comes, and I just had a ball. I had so much fun just capturing moments, things that are just so real, so raw, so genuine. And it was just so much different than the skit comedy, because obviously you're making something that's more fiction than actually real world stuff. And so, yeah, I just kind of fell in love with it from, day one, and the rest is pretty much history.
Dang. So you've got some pretty awesome things coming up. You've got a whole new, you're like redoing, revamping, makeover with your company.
Yeah. I have been in the process of rebranding for about 6 months now. And I finally decided that, 2020, let's just go full speed and just change everything up. So the new name, my new company name, is going to be Wayward North Films.
Which is
And
way too cool.
thank you. And yeah, so I just felt like I needed something that felt more like me, that um, felt more like my brand, and something that I could just look at and just be super proud of. So not to say that I wasn't proud of Carolina Story, because obviously I am, but yeah, I just needed that fresh start.
What made you choose the name?
So the name change, the name change happened for a couple reasons. One being that um, everyone seemed to kind of see me as a Carolina-based wedding videographer only. They
Right.
see Carolina Story like, oh, he's just a North Carolina videographer. He doesn't go to, different states and travels. That is a lie. I do. I love to travel. So yeah, if you guys are doing destination work, definitely come knock on my door. But yeah, so that was the first one. The second one was that people seem to just jumble the words a lot. They would say Carolina Film Story, or just they couldn't seem to get the name right, not just when saying it, but like tagging people and like tagging my work. And then the third was they would get me confused with another Carolina-based wedding company. Their name was Carolina Wedding Films, so there would be a lot of mix up there. And yeah, I just really want something that is just very simple. It's easy when people see it. They're like, oh yeah, that's Jaired, so that's pretty much the reason for it.
Wow. So you and I got to actually work together over with a couple named Rachel and Ryan, who kind of almost did like a boho elopement / wedding, and you were absolutely phenomenal to work with. And do you work? I can't even now remember your partner's name, and partner meaning your sidekick. Um, what is his name?
David.
David. Do you guys always work together on a lot of the weddings that you guys book?
Yeah, so David is actually new to the company last year. We started working together, oh my gosh, like I want to say May of 2019. We had been friends for a long time. They have a very talented band that I work with. Their name's Citizen Shade. Really talented. If you haven't heard of them, definitely check them out. But yeah, I've worked with him several times, and I know he's like, he loves the creative process. He loves filming. He loves, taking pictures. And so, yeah, I brought him on, and yeah, we just kind of like really meshed well together. So,
Wow. What made you go into video versus photography?
so there's just really something about video that just really draws my heart in. Being able to just, I've always loved, I knew early on that I love storytelling. My favorite movie, Back to the Future, that whole series, like, just really captivates you and takes you to another place. And I feel that video really is able to transport people into a moment that is just really special and gives us the ability to fully remember just the day as it was, like the emotion, just the energy, and just all the fun things that happen that we forget because we can't remember everything. So I feel like video has just such a power of transporting us into another place.
Yeah, because I remember even looking behind it, because I think I was behind his shoulder for the most part, like just watching what he was doing. Because clearly I can't do what you're doing, and some of the things that you're capturing, there is no way in hell I'm able to capture on one picture. It's fascinating on what you guys do and how your mind works. Because ours is a little bit different. We just make sure that the lighting's of course correct, that there are moments captured, but you have to have like this amazing movement that like walks it into the scene versus us, we're already in the scene. So you did such a phenomenal job, and I've only seen the sneak peek, so it was
Well,
awesome
thank
working
you.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you, when a couple books with you, what do you normally provide your couples?
So basic packages, we try to cater each collection to our couples. We want them to have a very unique experience. So really the first thing I try to do is just, connect with them, try to get them on the phone, just hear about them, hear about their day. And then just some of the things they're looking for. Cause 9 times out of 10, newly wed or newly engaged brides, they don't really know a thing about video. So my job is really just to educate and teach them the power of video and why it's so important for their wedding. But basic packages, what we love to offer is a 6 to 7 creative edit. And that's a lot of what you see on Instagram. It's just that very just like intimacy and bold storytelling. But we also love giving our couples the traditional films as well, such as ceremonies and like speeches edit. So we really try to cater it to our couples and really their personalities, but that's pretty much the foundation of what we typically offer.
Awesome. When do couples usually book with you guys?
Oh my gosh, it varies every year. I swear. The first year I felt like I booked all my like couples in January and February. I
Damn.
don't know if there was something in the drinking water that just, I don't know that people were getting engaged. But yes, January, February is big booking dates for us, but then past couple years it has been mostly just like April, June, August. Like it's very um It's very sporadic in how it happens. I feel like there's no real formula for like our bookings. So
Right. Give
just all
like
throughout the year.
if you could give like the couple, because I know a lot of the times that videographers are almost somewhat put on the back burner, and I hate that for the most part. And you may have to repeat yourself with something you've already said, but can
Mhm.
you give like couples an idea on why video is so damn important? Pictures are great, but video, like it really captures like true essence of the entire day. Can you give them some other information on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Really it's it's pretty simple if you think about it. Video transports you. Video is a way for you to hear, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your groom, to see them, to see it just happen in front of your eyes. While pictures are always going to be amazing, video has the ability to make us feel something. And that's why YouTube's so popular, right? You get on
Right.
YouTube to like watch all these things because you want to feel something, you want to laugh, you want to cry, you just want to be engaged somehow. And so for brides that are on the fence about video, I would say definitely do it. Photography, video should be like number one on your list. I mean, even if it's not the most like luxurious company, just something that will capture your day in a true form. And that's what I find too, is couples will come to me after the fact and they'll say, man, I regret not getting a video. Like, I regret it. And that hurts my heart for them because I try, so hard to just like, connect with our couples. And, there's a lot of them, like, probably 8 out of 10 that are like, yeah, we weren't going to go with a video, but now we're thinking on it. We still might not. And I know it all depends on budgeting. Like, I know that. And I know that weddings are damn expensive. Like, it's a lot of money. And, but if you're really thinking on it and you're spending all this time planning and trying to make this day memorable, why not make sure that it is memorable and that you can remember it even after the fact? So I would just say, really spend a lot of time on what matters most to you. Are you the type of person that loves to reminisce and relive moments? Or are you just like, I just want to be in the moment. I don't really care to like, spend a lot of money to remember the day. I just want to live life in the moment. And some people are like that. Some people, they just want to be in the moment. They don't really care to like look back and feel nostalgia. But most most people, most humans want to relive the best day of their life.
Right. And I
Yeah.
had like I had the toughest human being for Corey and my wedding. I had the worst time trying to convince him why video is so important, because he's one of those, he's like, we're going to get the pictures, we'll get the look back. And I'm like, no, dude, we got to do this. And I fought hard for it and finally
Mm,
got him to agree. And so now it even worked in my benefit to when we have our little tiffs, all I got to do is play that damn video and I win. And I'm a
mhm,
and so brides need to, if you guys want to win an argument and your guy's a little emotional, you just got to get a video and just play it from the wedding day, and you're golden. It's it's a win-win all the way around. But no, I
that's
think
so true.
we our video, I do watch it at least once a month, and I think a lot of people don't or feel like that the video is going to be pushed off, going to be put to the side and never going to be watched again. And I think that's probably a lot of maybe more BS, because I think if you know that you spent the money on it, you're going to definitely make sure to watch it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like you said, it is most grooms that don't see a wedding video as a necessity. And that's I actually love talking to grooms about that because that's my favorite. And you really just have to sell it to them in a way like, dude, you guys are gonna have this epic party, right? Have you seen that movie Project X? Right? Imagine your wedding. I don't say that, but that'd be funny if
No,
I
but
did.
that is good.
Like if you sell it to them, like, dude, this is gonna be so hype. Don't you want to like have this like epic party film? Like that would be so amazing. So really you just have to find out who they are, really. Are they, is in 9 times out of 10, it's the groom that's like, we don't have money. I'm not spending money on it, plain and simple. But really, you just have to look at it as like, this is something that your grandkids are going to see one day, right? This is a legacy that you guys are leaving. Don't you want to have some kind of footprint, for them to watch? So
Jared's just like pulling on heartstrings. Real, really hard on that one. That one's good though. I like that. The legacy is
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Do you prefer doing weddings or elopements?
Um, oof, I haven't really done enough elopements to say. I want to get into elopements really badly. That's what I really want Wayward North to kind of transition into, is primarily elopements. Rachel and Ryan, for instance, I loved that wedding.
Right.
It was just non-traditional. It was just perfect. And I would love to just keep doing weddings like that. If I could do a wedding like theirs every day, I would be happy.
Hell yeah.
Just because, a lot of us get so caught up in the luxury and the production of it, and really you have to take a step back. And that's why I love my job so much, is because I am there to make it not look that way, right? I'm there to make it look very very seamless and very authentic. And when you do 100 plus weddings, you start to see a pattern. So I would say I'm 50-50. I would love to do elopements, but I still love capturing, obviously, the raw moments of, the traditional. So
Yeah, you could easily photo or not photograph a video of like a kid's birthday party. I would watch the video and be, damn, I wish I was there at that 5-year-old's birthday
right.
party. You do such a great job. Is
Well, thank you.
is there a wedding that you've done that you feel like is the most memorable that you've done?
Oh my gosh. That's so hard. I mean, I think every year I have, you know, one or two that just really kicked my ass, just in terms of just like I felt so much. My first year, it was my first snow wedding. They actually just celebrated their 3 years. Was today? The 8th. Yeah, they celebrated their 3 years a couple days ago. And just watching the film again, I was just so entranced and taken back to that moment, and everything I was feeling, everything that I could sense they were feeling. It was just such a beautiful, beautiful moment. And the snow, oh my God, just give me all the snow weddings. I
Right.
would love to film snow weddings all the time. First year, and then Zoe and Andrew, they were 2018. They were just the sweetest, most infectious couple you've ever been around. The cutest thing they do is they write each other love letters, like every day, every morning, like, whether it's a little post-it, just little cute stuff. And that was a big part of their story, was they loved writing each other letters. And it was just so cool just to see how they just meshed so well together and just interacted with each other. And now they're like actually really, really kicking ass in the DIY realm. They're super talented creators, and I love following their work. And then this year, I've had a couple last year, 2019. It's crazy, we're in the 20s.
Right.
2019, Sarah and Kyle, just absolutely amazing. And oh my gosh, I just finished their wedding film. Emily and Colin. Sorry, Emily and Colin, I didn't forget you. I was just thinking. Those two were my favorite from this year, just because it was so much fun just hanging out with them. And that's really why I love this job, is just being able to hang out with people who are just like, we're just friends, we're just buds, we're just a part of the family, just capturing, such an important moment in your life. And yeah, that's just, I love couples where I can just walk into a room and I feel comfortable. I feel like this is the place I was supposed to be, right? Yeah.
Can I give you like some really good kudos, is the fact that, one, you're going back 3 years and you're remembering your couple's names. And I know that sounds so minor, but not only that, but you're remembering a couple that has that write notes to each other every single day. It's the actual investment that you're putting into your couples is making you remember all of these things. And I just think that that is so cool. And it proves how genuine you are to all of your couples. And I think that's just awesome. So I had to at least give you some kudos on that. And
Yeah,
not
thank
to
you.
mention your work's awesome. I keep saying that. So, um, so what do you feel like sets you apart from everybody else?
I would say like what you said, it's that personal touch and giving everyone a really, you know, customized experience from beginning to end. Like I want to be friends with my couples. I want to make them feel like, they're a part of my family just like they're making me feel like I'm a part of theirs. And really, I hate making films that are just cookie cutter, I guess I could say, just very, very bland and just that doesn't really tell a story, so to speak. When I first started, I was watching YouTube like crazy and I was watching all these films and I saw people just making it felt like music videos. It felt like music videos that were weddings that didn't feel like a wedding. And I knew that I didn't want my company to reflect that. I wanted to give couples the truth and an authentic experience. And so when they watch their film, they are just completely entranced in the intimacy and the vulnerability and just the realness that just will give them an experience that they'll remember forever.
Yeah, and I've seen those videos where it's like you said, it's nothing but music and it's choppy. It goes from scene to scene, and I'm like, I don't even know what just happened. That
Right.
that was yeah.
Like
I'm
who
glad
who
that
are these people?
right. I have no clue what the best man speech was,
Yeah.
nothing, or the ceremony. Um, let's see. How long does it normally take for you to edit? Because I know you do a sneak for your couples, and then I know you actually give them, of course, the final product. How long does it take for both of those?
Yeah, so in different packages, couples can order a Instagram teaser. The teasers we love to get back a couple days after the event. When they're on their honeymoon, if they're flying or driving or wherever they are, we love just sending them that and just saying, hey, check this out. Look at all the magic that we captured for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the honeymoon. And so that's a really nice gift that we love to provide. And that's usually a couple days after the wedding. And then our more longer form films, the 6 to 7s, the 9 to 12s, those generally take us about 3 months to finalize after the wedding day.
Which is great because, like I was telling you earlier, there's a lot of videographers that will take around 6 months to get a video back. So you're still plugging in their emotions, even 3 months out from the wedding. They're still able to recall everything that happened that wedding. That's so perfect.
Right.
Man, you
Yeah.
got it down. So, what's a time where you went above and beyond for a couple?
Oh man. Um, who to pick? I feel like I try to go I try to do that for everybody. I want them to have an amazing experience where we are just present fully from the planning process on the wedding day, after the wedding day. I love the ability of being able to, you know, be a friend to our couples and, really going above and beyond, I feel like happens in the delivery part of my experience. Because I feel like I'm working so long on this film that I want to give them more. In my head, I'm thinking like this film's great. I'm gonna throw in, their speeches or their ceremony film. I'm just gonna give them that, or I'm going to send them a little, honeymoon gift after the wedding. And so I feel like the one that I went above and beyond for the most, see, I can't even say that because I feel like all of them really get the same treatment. So, yeah, I would say that most of my couples, are getting an above and beyond experience with me. And that's just because I care about, their product. I care about their story. And yeah, that one's a really hard one to answer. That's a good question.
Any of your clients that are listening, they're like, let's see what he's done for this person.
Right. They're gonna be like, oh, let's see. Let me go through my emails here. What did you send me?
Right.
Oh, okay.
So give me a fun fact about Jared.
Fun fact about me. Oh my goodness. Well, before film, I wanted to be a musician.
No shit.
Yeah, I
It's country,
was.
wasn't it?
Eh, it was R&B. No, I'm kidding.
No, I was about to
I
say.
I was really big into just like acoustic, huge John Mayer fan, Jason Mraz, those guys. And in high school, I was in a band. We were called Untied Laces, and we I don't really
It's
understand the
great. No,
meaning.
it's a good
Yeah,
name.
I didn't understand the meaning. I wanted to change it several times. I kept getting vetoed. They would not let me change it. It frustrated me. But yeah, we were in a band since sixth grade all the way till junior year of high school. And yeah, I wanted to be a musician and play music and do that.
Did
So,
did you guys walk up on stage with untied laces?
that was a missed opportunity because we didn't. We felt like that might be dangerous, and we were so nervous every time we performed that yeah, we
Maybe
didn't do
that's
that.
why that was the name, is because it's dangerous to have, bad
Yeah,
boy image.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. We were given PSAs just every time we performed.
That's awesome. So what would you, and from your perspective, what would be a good solid piece of advice to give a couple who's planning their wedding?
Oh my gosh. Be patient, enjoy the moment, and hire a videographer for Christ's sake.
You- For Christ's sakes. I love that.
Mm.
Man. So where can couples find you? Because you said that you're changing your name. So as of right now, this will probably air right before you're changing it officially. So what is the name now and how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so the name now is Wayward North Films, and you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all with the handle Wayward North.
Perfect. And then
Yeah.
the old one was, just in case for some reason they go look back at the other one, as far as like this one airs before you change the name.
Yeah, so if it's still active by then, my my current name is Carolina Story Films. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all with the handle Carolina Story Films.
And I got a good question for you.
Yeah.
What would be a good, either on your website or on Instagram, what would be like the best video that represents you for someone to go check out?
Ooh. Oh my gosh, I feel like I might have to like look at Instagram just to find out. Oh my gosh, that's a
I
good one.
like springing up on these surprise questions.
I know, my goodness. Um, hmm.
So FYI, so he is, like he said, he is looking up a video right now. He's got a tint of red on his face because he is put on the spot, which you will
Ah.
see in the video.
Oh gosh, I would say a couple of them. I would say Emily and Colin,
Okay,
Holly and Bean, and Sarah and Kyle.
perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Man, thank you so much for coming on
Yeah.
here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This has been fun. We should do this more often.
We should, especially like I was telling him when he first got on. He's probably the first person that has like this amazing lighting and an awesome microphone. I'm actually going to go look that up. Well, after I save up some money, and he sounds absolutely awesome on my end. So which is great. So thank you again. Seriously,
Yeah,
been a pleasure.
absolutely. Yeah, I feel like being a videographer, you kind of have to
You do.
have some good lighting and some sound, right? You got to make a good
Right.
first impression.